States of America, a sovereign nation shaped by democracy, the pursuit of happiness affirmed, life and liberty declared. We strive for justice, aim for tranquility. We are independent, uniting for others. Baseball is our game. It defines this country. It is diverse. So are we. Altruistic. So are we. As we celebrate our freedom today, we honor those who protect us, thank those who guard us. Our United States of America, land of the free, home of the brave, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tonight's telecast entitled This One's For You is presented by Sanderson Ford and Pepsi. Hello again, everybody, and a happy 4th of July to you. Independence Day 2012, and welcome to Diamondbacks Baseball. Tonight, game number 3 of the series with the San Diego Padres. I'm Greg Schulte. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Mark Grace. Gracie, I can't think of a better place to be. First off, happy 4th of July to you. You're out there with our great troops and their families out in right field.
Yeah, it's a proud moment for me, Greg. I'm out here with some Arizona military families. They're fired up. Everybody's fired up. Happy 4th of July from all of us, Greg. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm ready for some baseball, as all of the fans here. A sellout crowd tonight. Let's talk a little bit about Paul Goldschmidt, Gracie. He's swinging a red-hot bat, especially over his last 13 ball games.
Yeah, Paul Goldschmidt has been a lot of fun to watch. I think we expected a lot from him early, and I think he tried to prove a little too much. Now I think he's very comfortable with the way things are going. He's been an anchor in the middle of that lineup, along with Jason Kubel and along with Aaron Hill. Those are the guys that have been carrying the load. He's going to have to keep it going all the way through the All-Star break, Greg.
Well, the San Diego Padres more noted for their pitching than their hitting, but Gracie, in this series, the Padres have slugged a bunch of home runs. They're scoring runs. Diamondbacks need to shut them out defensively.
That's exactly true. The Padres, don't tell the Diamondback pitching staff that the Padres are a light hitting club. They haven't been a light hitting club here for the last 2 days. They have come in and from the very first inning a couple of days ago started hitting the ball hard, started hitting the ball out of the ballpark, getting big hits. The Diamondbacks need to do their fair share of it now. They need to find a way with Ian Kennedy on the mound today, their ace, to stop this Padre offense.
And Ian's got some great career numbers against San Diego. He is 6-0. When we come back, Jody's going to talk about the Diamondback defense. It's been struggling a little bit of late. Diamondbacks and Padres on the 4th of July. Baseball on the 4th. What better night to spend it here at Chase Field? Baseball brought to you in part by Gila River. Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Welcome back and happy 4th of July to one and all here in the ballpark. A very special day as it is Military Appreciation Day here at Chase Field. Jody Jackson with you on the field. For the Diamondbacks, they're looking to win this game against the Padres, finish off the series on a winning note. Now, defense is something this team has taken a lot of pride in all season long. In fact, on June 10th, the team set a franchise record for 114 2/3 consecutive innings without an error. Unfortunately, though, that has not been the case in the last few games. Let's go back to the road trip in Milwaukee. Bottom of the 9th inning, Carlos Gomez ends up going from first to home after 2 errors. And then here on Monday night, an error by pitcher Trevor Cahill. Last night, Trevor Bauer. And one thing Kirk Gibson said about Tuesday night's game, bad baseball, they want to correct that. He said it seems to be cyclical. Pitching, defense, it's so important. At times our pitchers, they've gone deep into games, some 7 innings, and then other times it doesn't work out that way. The defense looking to get back on track behind Ian Kennedy, who looks for the victory here tonight on this Independence Day.
Tonight's telecast, this one's for you, presented by Sanderson Ford and Pepsi. And we are ready for some baseball on this 4th of July, Independence Day. Diamondbacks and Padres, the finale of this 3-game series. Ian Kennedy ready to go to work. And Chris Denorfia leading off for San Diego.
And the Diamondbacks ready to beat the Padres.
They need to beat the Padres. There's a strike and we're underway.
Been a tough chore here the last couple of days. The Padres have come out smoking. There you see Ian Kennedy coming off the last time the Diamondbacks won, it was when he was on the mound, unfortunately for the Diamondbacks. And he comes out and jumps ahead of Chris Denorfia, quickly 0-2.
Well, that's what an ace is supposed to do, snap a losing streak. And the Diamondbacks trying to snap a 4-gamer right here. And he's jumped ahead of a guy who has really pounded the Diamondbacks in his career. And he had not played in either of the first 2 ball games, but he's in there. In fact, Black has kind of switched things around a little bit today. He's kind of playing with house money, having won the first 2 games of this series.
That's a pretty good analogy, and they came out and put it to the Arizona Diamondbacks the last couple of evenings. And Ian Kennedy jumped ahead and then missed badly with a breaking ball, and then missed badly with a changeup. And a lot of times in the first batter, you have to Get a little feel for some of your pitches. Let's see if he goes back to the fastball here on 2-2. He did, and he missed with it. Now 3-2.
So it's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. So Denorfia has run the count. First batter of the ball game. He's giving his teammates some opportunity to see exactly what Kennedy is featuring. And a shot back up the middle, center field base hit to start the night. Let's take a look at Bud Black's lineup. We've just seen Denorfia, seen enough of him actually for that base hit. Alexi Amarista in left tonight. And Chase Headley, Ander Alonso had a big home run last night. Cleanup. Maben batting fifth. Forsythe, Baker, Cabrera, and Jason Marquis, a pretty good hitting pitcher.
That was just one of those situations, Greg, where Ian Kennedy jumped ahead 0-2 and then tried too hard to strike Chris Denorfia out rather than just get him out. Try to get a pop-up or a ground ball. Got to 3-2, had to come over the middle of the plate, and Denorfia made him pay.
This little guy at the plate right now, Amarista's had a breakout road trip for the Padres. Had not hit a home run. This is a 10-game road trip the Padres are ending up with here today. He's gone 12 for 27 with 4 homers, and get this, 12 runs batted in, hitting second in the order.
Pretty amazing. He's out in left field after being, holy Moses.
He says 12 RBIs on this road trip, 7-game hit streak.
Yeah, we thought Paul Goldschmidt was hot.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Kennedy normally does a really good job of holding the runner. Denorfia takes off. This ball's in the center. Young going back. He'll get it. And makes the catch. Denorfia, who got to second, goes back to first, one down.
Tell you what, the little guy put pretty good charge into that thing all the way to the warning track in center field. Chris Young had plenty of time to run it down, but the little guy packs a little wallop, doesn't he?
He sure does. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Kia Motors. What you got for us?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Greg. It's go west, young man.
All right.
Well, there's a long ago saying, but it has to do with Ian Kennedy and when he pitches against the National League West.
Pretty good?
Well, pretty good doesn't quite do him justice. It's been fabulous. And we've got the numbers to back it up here. Just tell the folks at home just how good this guy's been when he pitches against the National League West, Greg.
Well, first off, he's 6-0 against his team he's pitching against, the San Diego Padres. But if you want to really see some nice numbers, 14-1.
Yikes. Yeah, go west, young man. Yeah.
That's his last 20 games.
He's sick of looking at Milwaukee and Atlanta and New York Mets. He wants to be out here where he's from. Out here in the West, Southern California. That's where I'm comfy.
And you know, you play the most games in your own division, so you're getting it done against the teams you need to beat.
So that makes it even better.
Yes.
All those wins mean you're putting a game on the board against all those guys in the standings that you're defeating. He's going to need to do it here, salvage this series against the Padres.
A couple of throws over. We mentioned Kennedy does a really good job of holding runners. 2 stolen bases against him, 1 caught stealing. So there are not a lot of attempts. Denorfia swiped 5. Headley, who had a big hit last night in the 9-4 victory, a 3-run double capping off a 5-run 4th inning.
And that was the blow that chased Trevor Bauer. There's young Trevor Bauer. Unfortunately for Trevor, it just didn't go very well last night. I'm sure his breakfast didn't taste so good this morning after one of the lesser starts of his young career.
Yeah. And a pulled foul. And we talked about it before, the difference in a position player and a starting pitcher. Position player, if he has a bad ball game, he's back out there the next day. A guy like Trevor Bauer's got to wait around now until Sunday to pitch again.
That's the drawback of being a starting pitcher. If you win, you got 4 days to really enjoy it. If you lose, well, you got to grovel in it and toss and turn in your sleep for 4 days.
A 1-2 count here on Headley. And another throw over. Well, I tell you this much, Gracie. The day got off to a good start. They played an early game in Washington, D.C., and the Giants lost to the Washington Nationals. So the Diamondbacks with a chance with a win here tonight to pull to within 4.5 in the West.
Kennedy paying close attention to Chris Denorfia. One thing we know about Bud Black and the Padres, they like to be on the move when they get on the bases. They don't have a lot of power except for the last couple days, but they don't have a lot of power in their lineup. They have to try to take chances to score runs, and that is put runners in motion.
Handley courts that one. That ball is going to go all the way to the wall, and it bounces off the side. Headley's going to go for 3. The runner's going to come to the plate and score Denorfia, and it's 1-0. San Diego on a triple by Headley. These Padres really like hitting in this ballpark all of a sudden.
Well, whether you're Trevor Bauer, whether you're Trevor Cahill, or Ian Kennedy, this gets you in trouble. Right down the middle, belt high. Oh, dear.
Kick over a couple more fucking times.
And Young, he just took off. He knew he had to run to a spot and try and track that ball. Then took kind of a wicked bounce against him. So Headley's into third. He's in scoring position, and this is Alonso. And a ball skips by Montero, but he's quick to gather it in.
And a nice play by Montero. Right now, Kennedy trying like heck to keep this a 1-run inning. He spikes a changeup. Nice play by Montero.
Now, a couple other notes on Ian Kennedy. He has 3 wild pitches, and he's committed 4 balks this year. Now, Miggy knows he's going to have to block a lot of balls in the dirt. There's a strike.
Lance Barksdale barks it out there behind home plate.
Great name for an umpire. Barks out the ball and strikeout. Alonso homered here last night, a 2-run shot. They gave San Diego a 2-0 lead. That was in the 2nd inning. Misses away. Rained here throughout most of the day. We are playing with the roof closed. Very comfortable inside. It was very comfortable outside today. There's a swing and a miss in the change. 2-2.
Desperately needing a strikeout. If he throws one more of those beauties, he just might get that strikeout. That was one of his better changeups. Watch this thing. Way out in front of it is Alonso.
Yeah, it'd be big for Kennedy and the Diamondbacks if they could limit San Diego to this 1 run of the inning. Well,
another one.
That's a strikeout. Yep.
He went right back to it. He threw it even better that time. Yeah. Strike 2 was really good. This one was terrific. Just dives down right at the shoe tops, and a big strikeout for Ian Kennedy. But now, Greg, you don't want one of those big letdowns now. You got the big out you needed to keep the runner at third base, but you got to get the third out. And Cameron Maybin's been a thorn in the Diamondbacks' side this series.
4 for 8 in the series with a home run, a long blast, and a run banded in. Last 5 games, he's hit .368 for the Padres. Batting 5th in the order tonight. In the left, and that should end the inning with only the 1-run scoring. So all things considered, not bad for Kennedy. He gave up the 1, but he stranded a runner at third. He was there with 1 out. 1-0 Padres. D-backs to bat, bottom of the first. early. Diamondbacks come to bat in the bottom of the first. And let's take a look at our Mazda's starting lineups for Kirk Gibson. Willie Bloomquist, Aaron Hill, Justin Upton, Jason Kuhl with a slam last night. Career number 8 for him. Paul Goldschmidt hitting 5th. Look at that average, 308. Then Montero, Young, Roberts, and the pitcher Kennedy. And their starter, Mark Grace, is a former Diamondback for 3 games last year, Jason Marquis.
Yeah, Jason Marquis was a Diamondback, and then he took a shot off his ankle, and it ended up breaking. You see the tough record with a pretty good ERA. One thing you know about this kid is he's tough. He's going to take the baseball. He's never going to back down. Kind of guy that just about any team could use, a veteran presence in the back end of their bullpen. He's got a ball that really moves a lot, his sinker, his slider. What he lacks in stuff, maybe, Greg, he certainly adds with heart and guts.
And a base hit right back up the middle for Willie Bloomquist. Really, since May 15th, has hit at a 355 clip.
And he just continues his assault on National League pitching. Fastball up, and when a sinker gets up around bell tie, we saw it with Trevor Cahill a couple of nights ago, Greg. It just doesn't sink once it gets around the belt. Yeah, vote Hill. You only got a few more hours to do that. Is that correct?
1 o'clock tomorrow. 1 o'clock Thursday. Vote for Aaron Hill. Get him into the All-Star game. Look at that average, 301.
Yeah, he deserves it. Get him in there.
So Bloomquist on. He's the tying run here. That's the way the Padres started their first inning, with a single by their leadoff hitter.
There's a good sinker.
Well, the D-backs have teamed up with their fellow defending West Division champions, the Texas Rangers, to get both D-backs second baseman Aaron Hill and Rangers pitcher Yu Darvish voted onto the All-Star team in the MLB.com final vote. You can cast an unlimited number of votes online or on your mobile device. Visit dbacks.com or text N4 Aaron Hill and 82 for Yu Darvish to 89269. Liner into left. That's an extra base hit. All the way to the fence. Bloomquist turns second. Heads for third. Rounded third. They're going to hold him up. He has to get back. He will on the double by Hill. Nice start.
A really good play by Amarista out in left field. Saved Willie Bloomquist from scoring. Once again, Aaron Hill showing he is all-star worthy. He takes a slider and just rifles it down the left field line. But watch the carom. It's a hard carom right to Amarista. And he gets it in quickly, hits the cutoff man, and Matt Williams had to put on the brakes. Whoa, Willie, you got to get back. And Justin Upton now with a big opportunity here. Second and third and nobody out. Aaron Hill continues to impress.
Indeed he does. And now great opportunity here for the Diamondbacks. Second and third, nobody out, and Upton to the plate. A good start against Marquis. He's going to work out of the stretch here. And Upton takes a ball inside. So a single by Bloomquist. And then the 2-bagger by Aaron Hill, who has extended his home hitting streak to 19 games.
Yeah, just get him out of Sky Dome and get him into Chase Field.
That's right.
All right, Justin Upton looking to put his boys on top. Swung at a slider and missed.
That's the one pitch that consistently has given Justin the problems.
Yeah. The fastball's in and the slider's down and away.
And he's going to keep getting those pitches until he starts drilling them. 1 ball, 1 strike. Padres conceding the tying run here. Another swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
That front hip from Justin the last 2 pitches has really opened up the front shoulder. Watch the front shoulder and hip fly open. That's why he can't reach that outside part of the plate on back-to-back pitches from Jason Marquis. They're conceding the run. Any ground ball going to make it a tie game. So just looking for some contact if you're Justin Upton.
Set up outside again. That's popped up foul and out of play. Ruined that pitch.
Well, that time, that one got more of the middle of the plate for Justin. That one didn't get to the outside corner. He had a pretty good swing at it and didn't do anything with it. Watch this ball stay more in the middle of the plate. See the glove have to come to the middle? That's one you need to punish right there if you're Justin Upton. You can see he realizes he let Marquis get away with him there, with one there. That may just talk Marquis into throwing him a fastball here. Well, he went with the slider. Really good take there. Laying off that one. That was a pitcher's pitch, Greg.
This is the 8th team that Jason Marquis has played for in his big league career. 33 years old. Started the year with Minnesota. And now he finds himself in the Padres rotation. He's in a mess here. Second and third, nobody out. And the 2-2 to Upton is just a bit outside as Lance Park's still full now, 3-2. How about Jason Cooper coming up with bases loaded again?
You can see that's just off the plate. Tough one to lay off there. Let's see if Justin can make some contact. I would be shocked if Marquis threw anything but a slider right here, Greg.
That's where he's got to go. We'll see if that's what they're thinking. Catcher sets up outside. Ground ball to third. Headley will check the runner and throw to first. So Upton cannot get Bloomquist in. And that's one big out here for Marquis in the first inning.
Boy, he had an extended at bat there. Just hit a firm one hopper right to Headley. Bloomquist smartly stays at third base, and Jason Kubel now. Be interesting to see just how much Marquis goes after Jason Kubel in this situation. He's got a right-hander on deck, although a red-hot right-hander in Paul Goldschmidt on deck.
You see the shift there. 3 on the right side. Shortstop almost playing up the middle, but definitely to the right side of the infield. Marquis steps off. Leaves Headley alone by himself on the left side.
Yeah, after the unproductive out there from Justin Upton, Diamondbacks have to get something in this inning. You cannot have your first 2 guys go out and go base hit, double, and not scratch. So
well, they've got the right guy at the plate.
The pressure's on Kubel now to do some damage here in this inning.
High drive, way back, at the wall, gone, home run, 3-1 D-backs.
You want damage, Greg? Ask Jason Kubel.
You think he loves it in this ballpark? Oh, 58 runs batted in.
There's your fireworks, folks. Once again, courtesy of Jason Kubel. Lucky 13 this year.
Well, of course, every time a Diamondback player hits a home run, Phone Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. And that's 150 right there.
Boy, a fastball in the middle. Jason Kubel right into your living room there. Yeah, Wade Miley's an all-star. He's excited. Everybody's excited. Boy, that is huge right there for the Diamondbacks. Somebody coming up with a big hit. A really big hit.
A pick-me-up.
Absolutely.
A 3 spot in the first. And the Diamondbacks have a lead. Here's a strike to Goldschmidt, and it's 0-2. You stop and you think. Diamondbacks didn't have a lead up until this point of the series.
Yeah, this is the first lead they've had against the Padres. Oh, dear. And when you see something like that, Greg, it makes you wonder. And it's in this, and of course, we're all the king of hindsight. But a first pitch fastball right down the middle to Jason Kubel, a left-handed hitter, a red-hot left-handed hitter with the right-handed hitter on deck. It just.
Now you're wondering, did I do the right thing?
Yeah, of course he's got to be kicking himself. And you know, one thing we know about Jason Kubel, you throw him something in the middle of the plate, he's going to slam it somewhere.
Well, we're here at Chase Field. Along with Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte, Jody Jackson. It is the 4th of July, Independence Day, and we welcome our American Forces Network. Launched by the United States military in 175 countries and ships at sea. The Diamondbacks and the Padres here, and we say thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And thanks for being with us here today.
All you brave men and women out there. Keep your head down and get home safe. We miss you.
I hope we can give you a few good hours of exciting baseball here today. There's a drive. Hit deep by Montero. This one's got a chance off the wall. Played well, and it's going to hold Montero to a long single. Very well played in right field by DeNorfia.
We've seen a couple of Karens played very well now by these Padre outfielders. Miguel Montero was not dogging it, folks. He was going as hard as he could. He just hit the doggone ball so hard, it hit the top of the wall.
Wow.
The very top of the wall, and DeNorfia played it great. Wisely stopping it first was Miguel Montero. He would have been out by 25 feet.
Yeah. Well, the Diamondbacks have 4 hits, and they've all been laser beams. Not marquee. Here's Chris Young. A 3 spot here in the first. Young a swing and a miss. Looked like a cut in there. And you see why I didn't get it. 0-1 the count. Well, we hope your 4th of July was a safe one. Maybe had a chance to do a little grilling before you came to the ballpark here. Hit foul by CY.
How about the nice mild day we had today? Had a little rain.
Great.
It was so welcome.
And it sure didn't keep the crowd away. They've come in here to Chase Field. It's a sellout crowd, and it's so great to see. Yeah. And they've had a fun first inning.
They braved the rain.
And a little check there by
way off. I had to go to the grocery store today because
need some milk.
Well, when I've got my kids, it takes them about a day and a half to eat me out of house and home.
It's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, they show absolutely zero self-control. So I had to put all those grocery bags in my car in a downpour.
But it felt good, didn't it? Young strikes out swinging. But the Diamondbacks get a 3 spot. The guy did it again. Jason Kubel, a 3-run blast. And 58 runs batted in. 3-1 after 1. D-backs lead the Pods.
Back here at Chase Field, and for the 6th year on July 4th, we're pleased to bring you the salute to the troops here on Fox Sports Arizona. The Diamondbacks with a 3-1 lead. Jody Jackson up here in Section 200 with members of the 850th Military Police Battalion of the Arizona Army National Guard and their families. And I want to bring in Yolanda Castro. Yolanda, your husband, Sergeant William Castro, is part of the battalion. And where is he right now?
They're at Camp Shelby on their way to Qatar.
Okay, so going to Qatar, and you have 5 children here with you.
Yes, 5.
You told me this is not the first time now that he's been away. How difficult is it?
It's difficult, but I have family and friends that can help.
You guys want to go around? Now, this is Robert. Is he your youngest?
Yes, he's the baby.
And then what is your name?
Anthony Castro.
Okay, and we have William. William, show us your soldier doll here. This is Dad, right?
Yeah.
You miss Dad, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July to you. And what is your name?
Jasmine.
And who's the little man right here?
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Andrew. What? Say your name. Andrew. Say Andrew.
Okay. He's a little camera shy right now, but it's incredible, obviously, the service that your husband provides. And just, talk about some of the feelings on 4th of July with him currently at Camp Shelby.
It's difficult because of the kids. They miss him, and of course I miss him too, but we know that he has to work, so he has to be away from the family.
All right, well, thank you so much. And, of course, Sergeant William Castro, thank you for your service on this July 4th. Guys, we'll send it back to the booth.
All right, thank you, Jody. How about that? 5 kids, but I'm sure the kids keep her going.
One strong woman, and that one rascal, it's tough to get. He had that thumb going. He had his thumb in his mouth. There's no way he can deal with a microphone. Good pitch there from Kennedy.
Krugel's going to get down. Gracie does. Nice play by Willie Bloomquist on a hard hit ball by Forsythe to start this inning. And now John Baker, has fly to left field. So Ian Kennedy doing what he wanted to do here, try and get the Padres out quickly after the Diamondbacks got a 3-run home run by Kubel to put them on top 3-1 after 1.
Greg, you talked about the play by Willie Bloomquist. Has he exceeded your expectations as far as defensive shortstop wise? He's been terrific.
It was funny when he was acquired that some thought maybe center field was his best position. He's played all over.
He didn't even play shortstop in the major leagues until Stephen Drew got hurt earlier last season. Not the major injury, but coming out of spring training.
There's a ball outside here to Everth Cabrera.
And so far, Ian Kennedy doing just what the doctor ordered. After your team goes out and gets you a field goal, gets you 3 on the board, 2 quick outs, and hopefully a 3rd, and get the boys right back in the dugout swinging.
Another strike, says Lance Parks still. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of strikes thrown here early on by Ian, and that's always a good sign for him. Trying to get to 500 with a win here. His 7th win. He's lost 7 times. 6 and 7 coming in. Diamondbacks trying to gain a little momentum with the Dodgers coming into town to start a 4-game series here tomorrow night. That'll be fun over the weekend.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah.
It's always fun when the Dodgers come to town. Good fastball. He missed his spot. Montero wanted it on the outside corner. He threw it to the inside corner.
It worked, though.
And it worked. Sometimes when you miss your spot, I guess it's not such a bad thing.
Cabrera didn't think so. He stepped down, was shaking his head. Now he's got an even count of 2-2.
Oh, baby. What do you think about that one? That was a pretty curveball from Ian Kennedy.
Nice inning for Kennedy after the Diamondbacks got 3. He mows down the Padres in order. 3-1 D-backs. To look forward to Miller time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. 3-1 Diamondbacks on top of the San Diego Padres as we move to the bottom of the second inning. Jason Marquis back to work, gave up 4 hits in that first inning. The big blow, the 3-run shot by Jason Kubel. So Kubel in the last 2 games has driven in 7 with a grand slam and a 3. That'll pick your RBIs up quick.
Sitting on 58 RBIs. That's tied for what, second in the league right now?
Well, depending upon what Braun and Cargo did today. I understand Braun had 1 run batted in, but you get the idea. Kubel's within the top 3 and runs batted in the National League.
Yeah, you talk Carlos Gonzalez, Ryan Braun, and Jason Kubel now all in the same breath, trailing only Carlos Beltran, who has 63.
How about the year he's had? He's a foul. He's an all-star.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, you look at his numbers, what he's done, and then look at Pujols. And but that guy there has been a big acquisition picked up by Kevin Towers, Jason Kubel.
He doesn't want the All-Star break to come, does he? And what you need to do is continue to pressure Jason Marquis.
That's a foul ball.
Don't sit back and be satisfied that Jason Kubel got the 3-run homer early. You want to keep pounding away. There's Kevin Towers.
He's always working that phone. Good for him.
That's probably Domino's.
And that bounces away. So Roberts has run a full count here as the leadoff man as we play in the bottom of the second. Base hit left field. Nice start to the second inning. Well, during our 4th of July D-backs broadcast here, tweet or post your messages of support to our troops at Fox Sports AZ or on Facebook.com/Fox Sports Arizona. Your messages will be shown during our telecast tonight. How about that? I think that's great.
Very cool.
Nice AB there by Ryan Roberts.
That gives Ian Kennedy an opportunity to bunt him over. You want to bunt this ball to the first baseman if you can. And you'll take a strike.
Ian this year, 2 sacrifice bunts.
And a lot of walks.
Yeah, how about that? 7.
I think the next closest pitcher is drawn like 4 walks.
What's with that? That good of an eye, or are they scared of him?
Combination of both. He'll tell you they're scared of him.
He bunts. Good one, good one. Marquis the first, got the out there.
That was a dandy, wasn't it?
I think the Diamondbacks really want to play as perfect a game as they possibly can tonight, Gracie, in all aspects, offense, pitching, and defense.
Well, Kirk Gibson's starting to get a little hot under the collar about the lack of execution defensively and also offensively. Too many leadoff doubles have been left stranded. But Ian Kennedy right there showing some great fundamentals. Yeah, that'll make your manager give you a little fist bump there, and the rest of the guys, a dugout full of high fives. All you're doing is helping yourself right there as a starting pitcher just by being a good bunter. Willie Bloomquist now one of the better players in all of baseball offensively with runners in scoring position.
He's closing in on 300 with his batting average. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell's giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations.
Well on their way.
Right?
Yeah, I haven't been able to enjoy tacos in a few days. I didn't know that how upset that makes me.
A little flare, center field. Base hit. Roberts got caught in no man's land there. But he gets over to third base on a single by Bloomquist, who's 2 for 2.
Well, that's one of those. And now Bloomquist over 300, as you can see. There's a bunch of guys starting to climb that peak. He gets jammed and just flips it out into center field. Ryan Roberts, as you said, got caught in no man's land. It's one of those, as a runner, you either go halfway or you go. And Well, he didn't really do either. He got caught out in no man's land, but all's well that ends well. He ends up at third base. And now it's up to Aaron Hill to find a way to plate Ryan Roberts. Well, Willie Bloomquist over 300. That's great.
He's one of a handful. He's over 300.
Yeah, Aaron Hill.
He's over 300.
Jason Kubel starting to, he's at 298. Goldschmidt, 306.
What do you say for Goldschmidt?
Goldschmidt. He's made me think it a lot lately. But it's usually for homers for Goldschmidt. I'm going to have to find something for Kubel because
yeah, he's starting to hit a bunch.
He's been ridiculous.
Hill went around on that swing. 1-1.
That ball darted in right on his belly button and he couldn't lay off. Good pitch.
Aaron Hill has definitely found a new home with the Diamondbacks. He came over, a big contributor last year, helping them to the postseason. Re-signed in the offseason. Got off to kind of a slow start, but he's been as hot as anybody in baseball here for over a month. A 19-game hitting streak now at home here at Chase Field. And in the span of 11 days, hit for 2 cycles.
It's still
hadn't happened since 1931.
It's one of the most incredible feats, obviously, that I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too.
Because trust me, cycles are rarer, more rare than no hitters.
This team on the field, the Padres, have never hit one.
And they started in the late 60s? They're
69.
Yeah. It's amazing. Another good sinker, Aaron Hill. Couldn't get that in play. Now he's got to, by hook or by crook, find a way to put a ball in play and plate Ryan Roberts.
Yeah, Diamondbacks they had a good first inning. They want to make it a good second inning.
Absolutely. You have to
build on that lead.
Continue the pressure on Jason Marquis and the Padre defense. Don't give them a chance to get some momentum.
I don't think that's deep enough.
It's not.
Which times he comes toward the play, but it's cut off in the throw in. So one of the few times Aaron Hill does not get a runner in. And that'll leave it up to Justin Upton with 2 men out there.
Aaron Hill going to be upset with himself because he got a pretty fat pitch. And he hit it right on the button. He hit it on the barrel, but he got underneath it. Well, let's see. Jason Kubel's been picking up Justin Upton the last couple nights with home runs. Let's see if Justin Upton can return the favor here for Aaron Hill. That's what team offense is, Greg.
Yep.
Just when your fellow teammate can't get it done in front of you, what he's doing is he's handed you the opportunity. Ooh, boy, that was a spinning slider. It stayed right in the middle, and Justin took it. Woo-wee. Those were fun to hit right there. Look where that ball ends up. You can see Marquis was ducking. He was expecting that ball to get hit really hard, but Justin took it.
And he's gotten ahead of Upton now, 0-1 on the count. The Diamondbacks have never been swept in a 3-game series by the Padres here at Chase Field. The Padres not that chance here today, but the Diamondbacks have taken an early lead. Chance here in the second, but it's up to Upton with 2 on and 2 out. And ground ball to Schiff is going to end it 57 for the first, and that's it. No runs, couple of hits, couple of left after 2, 3-1 D-backs. With Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte, and seated in between us is
camera right there.
Major General Hugo Salazar, the Adjutant General here in Arizona. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Very pleasured are we to have you in the booth with us.
Well, I tell you what, these type of events are just awesome for our soldiers and airmen and the other service members in Arizona. This is the 6th year the Diamondbacks have done this. It's amazing. The soldiers and the feedback I get from the family and friends is just awesome, and we really appreciate that kind of support. And so thanks to the Diamondbacks for doing this again.
And it was bigger and better even this year. They had a full hour, a lot of military here. It
was great. And I really ran into some soldiers walking down the halls, and it's kind of nice to see their reaction and tell me how much they enjoyed that.
Well, we've got one out here. How many members are there in the Arizona National Guard?
In Arizona, I'm responsible for the Army and the Air National Guard for the state of Arizona, and we have a total of about 7,700. Wow. And of those, 2,500 of us are full-time. We wear the uniform every day, plus about 500 civilians that work for the organization.
How many are deployed right now?
Right now we have 6 units, 167, and we're expecting 8 units and a little over 300 next year. And that's always subject to change based on the requirements overseas.
What's the average time of a deployment?
It's different for services. For the Army, it's 1 year.
For 1 year.
It used to be actually longer, but now it's just 1 year. For the Air Force, they typically deploy 3 to 6 months.
We understand you're a new father.
Yes, I am.
Congratulations.
Age 53, something I wasn't really counting on.
Oh, you little rascal.
As I was telling my wife, it's a lot harder than I remember the last one.
Born and raised in Chicago?
I'm born and raised in Chicago.
You weren't a Cubs fan, were you?
I was a diehard Cubs fan.
Crazy.
I like it.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Maven. It's down to third and over Robertson. Excuse me, not Maven, but that's to Northia, and he'll hold it first as Kugel gets it back.
So did you go to Wrigley Field and boo me a lot?
I wasn't. I'm 53, so that was before my time.
You know what? You just made me feel really good right there.
Actually, you look skinnier than I expected you to.
Oh, thank you. I don't hear that. I always thought I was kind of peak fatness, but thank you.
No, it was good. But yeah, I did the Cubs fan, jump on the L train, go see the Cubs game.
Sure, it's been a tradition for forever.
You know, the National Guard. It's not only important overseas, but it's important in this country with all the national emergencies we have in states around this great country. So oftentimes you're deployed here in the state of Arizona just to get out and help.
Well, in fact, I'm also, as the Adjutant General, I'm responsible for the State Emergency Management Division. So we have the staff that is responsible for the state response, which includes the National Guard response, which we're military police, medical, aviation support. It all depends on what type of emergency we may face in Arizona.
Smith, and they turn two. They got one. They did not get the out over at first base. Well, I'm sure you're always looking for a few good men, as they say. If someone's out there watching us right now and they're interested in joining the National Guard or any form there, how about the National Guard? What should they do?
If they really are interested in service, my recommendation is to not just talk to the National Guard. All the recruiters are together. I would explore talking to the Air Force, talking to the Army, Marines, and then also National Guard and Reserve component, because every service has something different to offer, and it really depends on what those individuals are looking for.
How many years have you been in the service?
28 and change.
Oh, bless your heart.
When you joined, did you think it would be a lifetime thing, a lifetime commitment like that?
Not at all. I joined on a whim. First person in the military joined, or first person in the family joined the military, and I had no idea that 28 plus years later I would be here.
What made you want to continue?
I jokingly say that I was one of the real successful. There was a real successful Army campaign, "Be All You Can Be," and I saw that commercial, and I thought, "Hey, I'm going to give that a try."
Well, good for you.
So after college,
I remember that campaign.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So after college, at age 24, I just decided to join the Army, be a private, and was enlisted for a short period of time, and then became an officer.
Where'd you do boot camp?
At Fort Dixon, New Jersey.
Okay.
Wow, that's you've had quite an experience, haven't you? When you get into it.
Yeah, I've been blessed, pretty lucky. There's a lot of luck involved in being in the right place, right time. I never forget my roots. I never forget the fact that I know I'm just a lucky guy. I've been in the right place, right time. So I just do the best I can, and make mistakes like everybody else, but
I bet you're a busy man, though. I bet you've got a lot on your plate.
Well, like you said, I have a newborn, so yes, I
am. more than you expected, right?
Yeah. But yeah, we're always busy, and you mentioned the emergency response. The National Guard soldier and airman has to be ready for both the federal mission to go overseas as well as the emergency response for the state of Arizona.
Is the age limit 18 to get into the service?
You can get in at 17, but 18 and up to 35. But there's a whole bunch of different rules and regulations and waivers, and that's what we have recruiters for.
Well, the Padres put a couple of guys on here with 2 men out against Ian Kennedy. And a power hitter at the plate, Alonso. He fouls one out of play. He struck out his first time up.
Did you play any ball as a younger man?
Not really. I caddied. I play golf.
Really?
I did the sports like everybody else did, but really golf was the only thing I really got into.
Can you cure my hook, please?
I can probably improve your pitching.
You know what? I had that coming. You know what? My pitching was bad, wasn't it? Did you see that guy hit that ball a mile off of me here?
I tell you what, I still argue with some friends of mine that you're probably one of the most underrated pitchers in the Major League Baseball history.
What about my guy that runs for me, my racing legend guy? Can you guys think for
I tell
him?
you what, I have a physical fitness book, and I'm going to come give it to you, and because that kid needs to help you a little bit, because it's amazing to me.
My guy needs some physical fitness.
He ran the wrong way last year.
Yeah, zero way. I mean, I've been here several times, and it's amazing that poor Grace caricature has not won a single race.
It's not fair. The guy's out of shape. He's dumb. He's a wuss. I mean, other than that, he's a lot of fun to watch.
Let's see if Kennedy can get out of this with 2 on and 2 out against Alonso, and he misses up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch you're talking about here, Major General.
Mike Fetters.
There's the Mike Fetters, and then kaboom. Yelling at him.
A buddy of mine were talking about this, and we were just curious if it's a splitter, if it's dropping because you have such enormous torque.
I call that my gravity ball.
Well, we were just running out of acceleration. Yeah,
there wasn't a firm fastball like an Ian Kennedy or somebody like that.
Tell him how tired you were the next day, though. After
I threw 13 pitches that inning, and I was so torn up the next day. My back, my legs, my feet, everything, my ego, everything was painful after that.
I actually was watching that, and it was a kick for everybody.
Thanks. That made it 20-0.
Runners go on 3 and 2, and Alonso under right, and that's trouble. Upton over, can't get it. A play on a hop. One will score. They'll hold the other runner to third. Alonso has to scurry back to first base. The Padres have gotten a run here to make it 3-2. Justin made a nice play there, Gracie. He limited the Padres to only the 1 run, and he also forced the runner to go back there.
Yeah, he did make a big play right here because that ball is scalded down the right field line. He takes a good angle, and watch him pirouette and get right to the cutoff man perfectly. That makes the runner at third, Headley, have to stay at third. And while we were talking, a big 2-out walk now comes back to haunt Ian Kennedy. So these Padres just don't quit, do they?
No, they just keep coming at you. And again, they've had trouble winning in this ballpark over the years, but trying to sweep the Diamondbacks with the win here today. Now the batter is Cameron Maben with 2 on and 2 out. And he was a flyout victim first time up. This one's down to third. Roberts has got it to second. Major General Hugo Salazar, thank you for everything.
Thank you very much.
Success.
My pleasure very much. Thank you.
Thanks.
3-2.
Thanks.
D-backs lead the Pods. Retailers text road trip to the Miller Taste team at 620, 620 for your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyaway trips this summer. And again, our thanks to Major General Hugo Salazar.
Well, he was great, wasn't he?
He a big baseball fan. He was having some fun up here. We enjoyed visiting with him on our 4th of July programming here. Diamondbacks and Padres. Oh, now little one was unhappy about something. Kubel with the 3-run homer in the first inning is at the plate here. Now it's a 1-run ball game, 3-2. That's a strike. Our APS Energy All-Star since June 5th. Look at that two-headed monster, Hill and Kubel.
Golly, that is what we like to call damage incorporated right there. Diamondbacks looking to get that run back that the Padres scored. These Padres just continue to come at the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks had a pretty big opportunity last inning that they squandered.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, what a pitch. Woo.
Might be settling down here a little bit.
This might be a little cutter or slider. It's tough to tell, whatever it was.
He missed it by a lot,
yeah,
didn't he?
Jason Kubel hopes he never sees it again.
Third strikeout for Marquis. Goldschmidt had a rough first at bat. He struck out on 3 pitches, and Marquis really
carved him up.
Yeah, he really did.
Well,
side ball 1.
If he's anything like most good hitters, that'll probably anger him to the point where he's telling himself that ain't happening again.
Hard hit, but at the second baseman for a safe, and he throws on to first. And 2 quick outs here for the D-backs in the 3rd inning. So 4 in a row now set down by Marquis, who gave up 4 first-inning hits and 2 hits in the 2nd inning. He's looking for his first 1, 2, 3 inning. Kennedy has had 1.
Takes a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
Backs about hit the Padres 6-4. Montero base hit off the right field fence first time up. He hit it so hard it careened right to the right fielder Denorfian. He got it back in and held Montero to a single. And the count is 2 balls and a strike.
High strike there. We go Montero saying, boy, I hope you give that to Ian Kennedy.
A late call, too, by Lance Barksdale. He'll get out of play. Welcome to the weigh-in delivered by the UPS store. All you have to do is log on to Facebook, Twitter, or FoxSportsArizona.com to share your thoughts on our discussion topic. The weigh-in. And Montero, it's out of the way. A lot of day baseball played around the major leagues. A few night games. Fireworks scheduled here after the ball game tonight. Montero draws a walk.
Tried the
2-man out.
Tried the same pitch he got Jason Kubel with.
Well, Gracie, how did you fare on the 4th of July? Was that a big
I'm sure I was
you?
really good on the 4th of July. Let's see. 196? Come on, are you guys messing with me there?
I think all we have to do is look at you there, and you're telling a story.
Yeah, a very solemn mark, Grace, on July 4th.
Not a smiling mark.
Golly, I must have
big night on the 3rd.
had too much fun on the 3rd. What's going on? Boy, that stunk on July 4th.
And lays off that pitch. That was the first walk given up by Markey.
Well, I say I fault to all those managers for putting me in the lineup that day.
Well, let's see if Young can do something with Montero reaching with a 2-out walk.
2-0. All of a sudden now, Marquis, who had a nice little 4-batter string there, just dominant. Bang, 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 bang. Now ball 4 to Miguel Montero, and now a 2-0 should be a good 2-0 fastball count here for Chris Young. He likes to hit fastballs. Let's see if he gets one to hammer here. Late call of time there by Lance Barksdale. We'll do it again.
We were talking before the ball game here. 4th of July used to be doubleheader day around Major League Baseball years ago. Young on the ground is short. This should end it. Throw to second for the force on Montero. 6-4, and the inning is over. So 3 in the books here, and after 3, Diamondbacks lead the Padres 3-2. Brought to you in part by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Mazda, brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Back here in the great state of Arizona at Chase Field, a sellout crowd. 4th of July baseball. 3-2 Diamondbacks lead on a Jason Kubel 3-run homer as we move to the 4th. Padres going to send up Logan Forsythe, John Baker, and Everett Cabrera against right-hander Ian Kennedy. Ian's given up 4 hits. Gave up a run in the 1st and the 3rd. Had a 1-2-3 second inning. Forsythe grounded to short first time up. And Kennedy's fallen behind him 2-0. It's fouled back.
Well, he's got a nice swing, does Forsythe.
Yeah.
They really like him, the Padres. Really like him. There's a lot to like.
He missed some time earlier this year. He had a left foot fracture. Had surgery on March 9th. was reinstated June 3rd. And he lines a single to left to start the Padre 4th inning. The 5th hit off Kennedy.
Well, the Padres aren't wanting for hits here through 3+ innings. That's just a nice swing. Keeps his head right on the ball and drives it right through the left side. Ian Kennedy finding tough sailing right now. He's been in and out of trouble the whole game.
And the tying run on base here with Baker at the plate, left-handed batter, and that pitch will miss a little bit inside, ball 1. Well, I imagine Bud Black, the Padres skipper, is going to be really interested when his club returns home now to see how his ball club hits at Petco Park, where they have not hit. They're only hitting 221 there.
I've pretty much got the answer for him. They probably won't.
They pitch very well there.
I mean,
ERA of 3.15.
Even back in the days, though, when they had some better offensive players, guys like Phil Nevin come to them, those teams, Ryan Klesko, they still really struggled at Petco. That's trouble.
Yeah, who's going to get there? Who's going to get there? Bloomquist. Nice play, Willie. Really nice play there by Bloomquist. As Gracie said, when that ball went up, that was trouble.
Well, Kubel was playing to the pull side and deep. And once this ball's popped up, you know Kubel's not going to be able to get there. He's showing some late closing speed there.
And it's really a tough play for the third baseman.
And good communication. You can see him screaming. And all you young players at home, when you're the shortstop or the second baseman, and some of those pop-ups go out in the Bermuda Triangle like that where it's anybody's ball, you don't need to whisper. You don't need to say, I got it. I mean, give 3 of them. I got it, I got it, I got it. Let them know, get out of your way. I'm going to make the play. And you could see Bloomquist he wasn't just whispering, I got it. He was letting them know.
Now Cabrera, the switch hitting shortstop. This has been a very good road trip for the Padres. They've gone 6-3 through the first 9 games. And again, they were looking for something good. They're 18 games below 500 coming in here tonight, having won 4 straight. Cabrera, high chopper to second. They'll get a force, and that'll be the extent of it. No chance to get Cabrera, but they got the lead man. And Marquis now will be the batter, the pitcher, with 2 men out. That's what you want to do. Keep that lead runner out of scoring position.
Lead runner. Everett Cabrera, though, wouldn't shock me at all if he was in motion here. He has not been thrown out all year long.
Yeah, that's majors and minors. 15 for 15 for the Padres. He was 15 for 15 in Tucson. So he goes. He usually makes it. And Marquis been able to handle the bat in his career. He's 2 for 8 this year. Kennedy will step off.
He's had more than his fair share of long balls in his career also, hadn't he?
He's had some really good years offensively.
I remember with the Braves, I know he won at least 1 Silver Slugger award.
He's got 5 career home runs. Almost to 200 in his career, 197. That 1 year with the Cardinals, I think he hit well over 300. Originally an Atlanta Brave, he's played with the Braves, Cardinals, Cubs, Rockies, Nationals, Diamondbacks, Twins, and now the Padres. Have suitcase will travel.
You start to see more and more players like that now. There for a while, we used to get on Mike Morgan about that. You know, Mike Morgan played for about 12, 13 different teams.
The Mo Man.
We miss him.
Yeah. He was a character.
He always made it fun.
Oh, boy, did he. Oh, that got Montero.
Never a dull moment with Mike Morgan around. Let's see where this gets Montero. Oh, right in the left toe. Ouch.
Ouchie.
That'll get those.
Dogs are barking.
Yeah, better call a tow truck.
So 1-2. Marquis, a base hit to right. Down the line, Cabrera can fly. And I'm sure he's going to try and score. He will. And he will. Marquis to third. And he is out there. But he drives in the tying run with a double.
He threw him a curveball.
And after 3.5, the Padres have caught the Diamondbacks at 3. Playing some baseball on the 4th of July and fun times at the Ram Trucks.tv pool. Great place to watch a game. A lot of fans out there today enjoying the
good-looking crowd out there
yes,
tonight.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Well, the Diamondbacks have officially been caught.
Yeah.
I declare it.
That's a pretty good look right there. I like that.
How about that?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of uglier, let's put it that way. I like that. Bad to the bone.
And the Diamondbacks need to get back to work. Excite this sellout crowd. Boy, it's good to see this place filled to the rafters, isn't it? And a lot of fans brought signs. And there's the grilling going on.
One of my favorite shots we'll have all night right there. Are you a good griller?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I take pride in it. Don't do it all that often, but have fun doing it. How about you?
I like to do it, and then I find out that everybody else wishes I didn't.
Well, you got to get a little better at it.
Yeah, I got to work a little harder, take a little more pride. That guy's good. Whoever he is, he's doing a heck of a job with those.
I'll put you down there some night and get some tips. Okay?
Exactly.
All right, let's see the D-backs get to work here. Roberts will lead it off, and last time he led off an inning, he got a base hit. That was in the second.
Ian Kennedy finding out, as did Trevor Cahill and Trevor Bauer, that these Padres are no pushover anymore offensively. They've come out and shown that they don't care about a 3-run first inning by the Diamondbacks. They've come back and tied it up, and we got a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the 4th.
Roberts takes a strike. Marquis gave up 4 hits in the first inning. The big blow, the 3-run homer by Kubel. Gave up 2 more in the second inning. 6 total. He has struck out 3. He has walked a man. D-backs have left 4. Padres have left 3 in this ball game. Our Nissan text ball for you today. We talked about the weather earlier. It was raining. Has that changed your 4th of July plans? A yes, B no.
Laid off a good slider there, did Ryan Roberts.
A 2-2 count here. Robertson, then Kennedy and Bloomquist. Hey, he swung and a miss. Got him to go chasing. Roberts didn't get it. Forced strikeout for Marquis. Well, gradually here we've seen the momentum shift a little bit. This one just sailed outside the slide, and Roberts went after it and wished he hadn't. So instead of having a runner on and maybe Kennedy sacrificing, Ian's got to swing the bat. Or perhaps take a walk. I mentioned he's drawn several this year, and it's been something he's been able to do in his career for some reason or another. Lay off some pitches and get some walks. He takes ball one outside. There's a strike for Marquis. Swung and a miss. Here's what we were talking about. Most walks by pitchers since 2010. Ian's drawn 18. Jonathan Neese of the Mets 16. And Derek Lowe has now moved over to the American League with Cleveland third in order. But Ian won't get one here. He'll get a strikeout. And that's 2 strikeouts in the inning. And 5 in the ball game. Fans buying souvenirs here. That's always good to see. They've got the
there's some cool souvenirs here
t-shirts
tonight. Yeah,
that's a giveaway today. That t-shirt.
I didn't get one.
I didn't either.
See if we can talk to somebody about that. Maybe that's by design. All right, Willie Bloomquist 2 for 2 here this evening. All of a sudden, these Padres have shown this sellout crowd that they mean business.
Yeah, this momentum's slipping away a little bit, isn't it?
It's time to give this sellout crowd, man, sellout. Got to get pumped up for a sellout crowd. Love that. Look at that great shot. That's awesome. Give them something to stand up and cheer about.
Well, he's done it a couple of times today. A single in the first, scored. A single in the second, stranded. A lot of families here. That's always good to see. Mom and dad with the kids having fun, explaining the game, talking about strategy. You can do a lot of that in baseball. You got time in between pitches. You can guess right along with the manager.
Absolutely.
Or you can be poolside and talk on the phone and rock the little one to sleep.
And hope for Willie Bloomquist to send you a souvenir. Yeah, see, he wants something to cheer about.
Well, he's close to doing that. Yeah. Padres have had single tallies in the first, third, and fourth inning. Diamondbacks got a 3 in the first.
I like that shirt. Winning never gets old.
No.
Doggone right, kiddo.
Maybe Willie can get on here and Aaron Hill can drive him in. Get the Diamondbacks back in front in this game. Full count now.
Very good pitch there. Sometimes the pitcher's pitch on 3-1, go ahead and let it pass because you're not going to do anything with this one. That's just perfectly executed on the outside part of the plate at the knees. All you're going to do is beat that in the ground and ground out.
Wow, what an inning. 3 strikeouts, 6 in the game for Marquis, and through 4, it's a tie game.
to the troops here on this July 4th, very special day. Tie game, Diamondbacks and the Padres. Jody Jackson alongside a very special guest of the Diamondbacks today, Purple Heart veteran Michael Procia. And Michael, first of all, thank you for your sacrifice for our country and your thoughts on this July 4th.
You're welcome, ma'am. I just did my job. July 4th to me is not about baseball, fireworks, pool parties. It's about remembering the men and women that sacrificed their lives and gave their all so that we could be free in the country and do what we want.
No question about it. Now for you, a very special day. Before the game, you were presented with a home.
Yes, ma'am.
Chase Bank, Diamondbacks participating as well. What were your feelings? And I know you're not in the home fully yet, but tell me about your emotions.
My emotions, it's kind of overwhelming right now. I'm like, I just did my job. What I do to deserve a mortgage-free home, but I got it through charity, Military Warrior Support Foundation, and it's amazing to me because now I can have my own backyard, my own space where I feel safe, where I feel I can hopefully relax and work on healing and, hopefully get myself a service animal to help me with my post-traumatic stress and have the room, and it really is a godsend.
I was very impressed with your background because you want to help other wounded warriors and work within that foundation, Military Warriors, which enabled you to get this house. That kind of has inspired you to help others as well, hasn't it?
Yes, ma'am. I've been involved with Wounded Warrior Project. I've been involved with a charity out of Florida, Caddy for a Cure. And locally here in Arizona, I've been heavily involved with the charity Horse Rhythm Foundation. And they do therapy using horses with veterans and first responders. And I was actually voted by the board of directors to be on their advisory council about a month ago. And with the charities that have helped me in the past and men and women I've served with and lost, I really do want to give back and help. And, these charities I mentioned are out there really trying to help the soldiers and their families.
Michael, it's an honor to talk to you on this July 4th. Thank you so much and enjoy your new home.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, thank you, Josie.
Wow, great stuff, Jody.
Michael Procia, Purple Heart recipient.
What a humble man.
Yep.
And boy,
thank you.
That just does your heart good for a guy like that.
Yeah. Right center, Upton and Young, and Upton wants it. And this is a 1-2-3 inning for Ian Kennedy. A strikeout to Denorfia. Amarista grounded to second. Headley a fly ball to right, much needed. Still tied at 3. Kiosk right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. As we go, Vote Hill. Yep. Vote for Aaron. He's at the plate here to start the last of the 5th inning, the tie ball game.
Looking to resolve Jason Marquis. He gave up 3 in the first. Nothing since.
Third, Ellie backs up. Fields throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out. That didn't take long.
At all. All of a sudden, the Diamondbacks gave him a reprieve by stranding a big opportunity to blow Marquis out. He's taken that reprieve and he's run with it now. He has found himself a nice groove here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Sometimes that's all it takes to breathe life into another pitcher's. Let him escape a big jam, and all of a sudden he starts pitching with his chest puffed out and ready to rock and roll.
Well, the next bobblehead giveaway coming up on Saturday, July 28th. 20,000 fans of the D-backs Mets game get the Justin Upton Broken Bat home run bobblehead, courtesy of Pepsi. You can get tickets now. Call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/tickets. Upton's 0 for 2. He's grounded to third. He is grounded to short. And now he is flied to center. 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning. Justin's 0 for 3. 5 in a row set down by Marquis. You make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. And 10 of 11. He's on a roll. One guy who did get him though in the first inning was Jason Kubel.
He has been once again the offense. He was all the Diamondbacks offense last night with a grand slam. Here he is again tonight. At least he's consistent.
Yes, he is. 27 RBIs, led the National League in the month of June. Already got 7 this month. That's hit deep, but it's going to be caught by Amarista. And that was easy for Marquis. Got his 2nd consecutive 1, 2, 3 inning. To the 6th we go, tied at 3. Upcoming schedule. The Diamondbacks got 4 left after the night before the All-Star break. Tomorrow night, Wade Miley, the Diamondback representative in the All-Star game in Kansas City, will pitch against Nathan Eovaldi. And boy, it'd be nice to see Miley get its 10th win before going to Kansas City, wouldn't it?
Sure would. And it'd be nice to get on have a little momentum going into that big Dodger series, that big 4 game. Boy, there's going to be one quick out. Thank you very much, says Ian Kennedy. Yonder Alonso, a little tapper on the first pitch. Yeah, you can see the disgust on his face.
Right now, Gracie, it looks like it's a battle here between the 2 pitchers, Kennedy and Marquis. They're both settling in nicely.
Settling in nicely, and both offenses Well, these hitters look like they can't get their at-bat over quick enough.
Cameron Maben's 0 for 2 as he steps to the plate. Again, the Dodgers in here for 4. He's a strike. And don't forget, Saturday, it's another one of those 7-10 games. Saturday with the Dodgers. 6:40 tomorrow night, 6:40 Friday, 7:10 Saturday, and then the final before the All-Star break on Sunday at 1:10. We'll have them all for you.
2 quick strikes to Cameron Maben here with 1 out in the 6th. Going right back inside.
Ian struck out 3. 1 walk. He's given up 6 hits. Both teams with 6 hits.
Oh, baby.
Wow. He's rolling now, too.
That's a beautiful changeup. That's an at-bat that Maben will probably want to forget quickly. Take 2 fastballs for strikes and then swing it a changeup down in the dirt. Ian Kennedy just gave a nice education to Cameron Maben. 2 quick outs.
I thought you were going to say take 2 aspirin and lay down.
He's probably going to do that too.
Here's Logan Forsythe, who is 1 for 2. He had a base hit his last at bat. That's going to fall in front of Young. 2-out hit for Forsythe, his 2nd of the game. 7th for the Padres.
Well, this is where Ian Kennedy got hurt last inning. Gave up a RBI double with 2 outs and a runner on first to the opposing pitcher, Jason Marquis. Now he gives up a 2-out base hit. Now he's got to make sure he bears down and doesn't make a mistake here. These Padres have shown they're not backing down from anything the Diamondbacks throw at them thus far.
John Baker, the catcher, has fly to left, popped to short. Roberts will give chase, but he'll run out of room. This Padre ball club loves to run. They have swiped 72 bases this year. No matter who you are. Forsythe could be off and running here. The shortstop's next. The only thing here is you got a left-handed hitter up and you got that hole on the right side. So more inclined to key, although Baker goes to the left side. Kubel comes on. There's shit on the end. Jason has it. So he hit the man left, bottom of the 6th in a 3-3 ball game.
And get home safe. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Tuesday, don't miss the biggest event of the summer. It's baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the 2012 MLB All-Star Game Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific on Fox. Of course, the winner of that game gets home field advantage in the World Series.
And let's see if the Diamondbacks can find a way to solve one Jason Marquis, who is just locked and loaded right now.
He's on a roll.
He had a bad first inning. Been dynamite since.
Goldschmidt's 0 for 2 against him tonight. Has struck out and grounded to second. Goldschmidt, Montero, and Young here in the 6th. That's foul back. Marquis, first inning allowed 3 runs on 4 hits. Innings 2 through 5, no runs on only 2 hits. He has struck out 6, including striking out the side in the 4th.
And a very easy 5th inning as well. He's putting it right where he needs to. 2-2.
He's got a lot of swings with that pitch right there. Not this time by Goldschmidt.
3/4 arm angle slider. Ian Kennedy, he's in a tussle again here this evening. He's a sellout crowd here. Great night. Diamondbacks looking to send all these faithful home happy.
Whistled foul past third. Won't meet a nicer kid than this guy, Paul Goldschmidt. And he is that. He's a kid. We're all kids for baseball, right? All kids at heart.
It is a kid's game. Yeah. Played by some very talented grown men at this level.
He's run the count full here. Trying to get on to start the inning. High chopper. There's a play out first, and they just do get him. Nice play there by Cabrera. All right, TNT trivia question for you tonight. How many future presidents signed the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. There's my answer. Now it's up to you, Gracie. You're carrying the ball here.
Barack Obama. I just thought for sure that would be right.
How about John Adams? Oh, I'm 2 for 2. I quit.
Okay. You're 2 for 2. Okay. I got one. James K. Polk.
I'm just glad you remembered he was the president.
I'm going to have to give up. Another easy play. Cameron maybe calls off Denorfia.
Our AT&T trivia answer.
So that's it, huh? Greg named them both, huh? John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Not Barack Obama.
No.
Or James K. Polk.
Yeah, that did impress me, though. You got
Thank you, James Polk. Thank you.
Well, nothing's happened here offensively, is it? There's Chris Young. Maybe he can get something going.
Looking for a mistake. Just haven't been many to come by, and if there have been, Diamondbacks have not been able to hurt Jason Marquis since that first inning. There was one that stayed middle in for Chris Young. Elected not to take a whack at it, and it's 1-1.
Fortunately for the Kubel home run in the first inning, which, by the way, makes it 15 consecutive games now with a home run by the Diamondbacks, totaling 25, their longest single season streak in club history. And Young's in the hole 1-2.
That'd make you smile when you.
He's had a lot of smiles.
Yeah, he's kind of been. There was two of the games on the road trip where the only run the Diamondbacks got was a solo shot by that guy, Jason Kubel. Now, all 3 runs tonight provided by Jason Kubel. Last night, a grand slam of the 5 runs Jason Kubel. I would imagine some of those other offensive players for the Diamondbacks, they'd like to get in on some of that fun.
Yeah. This is the Diamondbacks' 4th game of the month of July. Unfortunately, right now they're 0-3. Young strikes out. He chased 7 strikeouts for Marquis. He is set down 10 in a row. 7th inning. Tie game. Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool plays of the game, and what an honor it has been for us to bring you all of the activity here pregame and during the broadcast here tonight of Diamondbacks baseball with the Padres in a 3-3 ball game.
What started out to be a pretty good shootout has turned into a tight pitchers duel here between Jason Marquis and Ian Kennedy.
And this is a big hitter for Kennedy to start this 7th inning, the speedy Cabrera. He's ahead of the pitcher Marquis.
Yeah, you always want to make sure you, late in the ball game, keep speed off the bases. And this guy is the epitome of speed.
Foul back to the screen.
Boy, he took a big rip at that one.
Ironically, as we play here in the 7th inning, both teams, Diamondbacks and Padres, have their number 8 hitter leading off in the 7th inning. Diamondbacks will have Roberts leading off when they bat in the bottom of the 7th. There goes the bat. There goes the ball down to third because that's a strikeout.
Well, he's trying to be like Josh Hamilton, but everybody's okay. And speed is kept off the bases. Interesting. Jason Marquis going to hit for himself.
Yeah. Well, he's pitched so well here, and his pitch count is at 90. So, yeah, he's got to get going, and he'll get there. 2 quick outs here for Ian.
They didn't throw him a curveball that time.
Marquis actually drove in the tying run of this ball game back in the 4th.
You have to throw in a couple of fastballs right by him. He tried to drop a curveball on him. Jason Marquis made him pay and tied up the game with a double down the right field line, but that time just a fastball, and it's a lazy fly ball to center field. 2 quick outs here for Kennedy.
And Chris Denorfia will walk to the plate. 2 for 3. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch right there. The change.
He pulled the string on it. You think DeNorfield's looking to ambush a fastball there?
No doubt. You see that coming in, it leaves the hand. You have to sell it as a pitcher. And Kennedy does a good job of that. There's a base hit over the head of outreach glove of Hill with 2 out for DeNorfie. His 3rd hit. All this guy does is blister the Diamondbacks with his hitting. Chris DeNorfie. Right.
He tried to sneak a fastball by him. And after he was obviously looking for a fastball in the first pitch, Kennedy tried to trick him with a fastball, and nothing doing. DeNorfie was ready.
Well, here's where you got to be careful, Gracie. This guy's been swinging a red-hot bat and supplying a lot of punch. Talking about Amarista. 4 home runs on this road trip. When you look at the size, they list him at 5'7". I think he's maybe more along the line of 5'5".
And what you don't want to do here, Greg, is get too concerned about DeNorfie at first base. Yeah, if he steals it, so be it. If you retire the hitter, he's not going to score. So you want to focus your attention on the runner. He got a great jump.
And not in time.
Okay, so he steals second. So what? Go ahead and get the guy out, and you're just fine. You'll put a 0 on the board.
Let's take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Kennedy and Marquis tonight.
Neither guy lighting up the radar gun. That's not their game.
Base hit up to the center field. That's going to score the go-ahead run, and the other runner got down to second.
And there's a couple of mistakes right there. Paul Goldschmidt needs to cut that ball and get the out at second base. Well, Ian Kennedy getting hurt again with 2 outs. Goldschmidt's got to know that Chris Young doesn't throw well. There's the hanging changeup. And then you just have to cut this ball if you're Paul Goldschmidt, because you get a free out at second base. But instead, now the inning goes on, and Chase Headley's got an opportunity. Instead of it being a 4-3 game in the inning over, because you get an out, the inning goes on, and who knows how many more could possibly score here.
One of the big reasons Kennedy was a 21-game winner last year. He went 21-4. Batting average with runners in scoring position. Coming into this ball game tonight, the Kennedy opponents were hitting 220 runners in scoring position. Their average last year against Ian Kennedy, 141.
Yeah, Ian Kennedy going to be kicking himself in the last couple of runs for the Padres. One driven in on an RBI double by the opposing pitcher with 2 outs, Jason Marquis, and now Kennedy 2 quick outs to start this inning. He's going to get out of it.
Curveball. Nice play there by Goldschmidt. A ball that came up on him.
Yeah, the body language for Ian Kennedy not very good right now. He's very upset with himself.
So Kennedy leaves the mound here. He's scheduled to bat second. When the Diamondbacks hit in the bottom of the 7th, the Diamondbacks will be trailing by 1 run. And they'll need to get some offense in gear against Jason Marquis, who strolls to the mound. In special recognition of the military, USAA now presents the singing of God Bless America.
salute our troops. And we want to talk to a couple of members of the U.S. Air Force today. Tech Sergeant Donnie Gideon, your son Tyler's here as well as Senior Airman Tevis Mack. Tevis, tell me a little bit about why you joined the Air Force.
I figured that it would be a good opportunity to start my own life, get back to my country, pay for school, and it's done everything. I got everything I basically want. I look forward to serving for 20 years. Thank you for your service.
Let's talk to Tech Sergeant Donnie Gideon. Donnie, I know that today's tickets are part of Operation Homefront, also Brad Ziegler's foundation, the Diamondbacks. Military Appreciation Day, what has it meant to you and your family?
It's been great. My family's sitting out there watching us. We get to sit here in these great seats and watch a great team play baseball.
You're actually Tevis's boss, and you guys are based out of Luke Air Force Base. Kind of tell me about your job.
My job is aircrew flight equipment. The easiest way to describe it is we deal with all the pilot gear, everything that they would wear from their helmet to their mask, down to their G-suit, to the harness that keeps them strapped into the aircraft. Also to include the parachute and their survival kit. So anytime you see a pilot walking out to his jet, that's all our gear. Our job is to make sure that they come home safe. Very crucial job.
I just want to ask you one thing about Diamondbacks PR man Casey Wilcox. He did go out and fly. You outfitted him and sent him into a plane, right? What type of plane was that?
He got to get a ride in the F-16 out at Luke Air Force Base.
How did that go for him?
He puked twice.
No, Casey Wilcox. Oh, he will not live that down. Well, thank you so much for your service. And then just finally, I know you've talked to a lot of the families, a lot of appreciation for everything that has gone on in this ballpark today.
Yeah, it's just been great. We really appreciate it. Sanderson Ford, Brad Ziegler, the Diamondbacks, and everything that Fox Sports has done.
Thank you so much. We'll send it back up to you guys. Such a special day here at the ballpark. Getting to meet, I'm honored to talk to members of our troops today.
All right, thank you, Jody. Indeed.
We found out a little more about Casey Wilcox than we really needed to know.
Indeed, we will not let him forget that.
Twice.
Roberts grounded out to third base to start this inning on one pitch. Gerardo Parra is pinch hitting for Ian Kennedy. So Kennedy's day is done. Parra off the bench, and he's run the count to 3-1 against Marquis. Casey's auditioning for your job there, Gracie.
Well, I know I can keep my breakfast down.
49,130. 49130.
Oh, you got
49,130. Nice job, fans.
Sellout.
Nice job, everybody.
There's a drive to right. Denorpia can't get it, but he short hops it. Boy, he was lucky. He wanted to go after that ball. That ball gets by him. Parr is going to be at third base.
At least. Ends up making a nice play. I think he realized he was committed to dive for it, but he realized I just can't make this play.
David Hernandez loose into the bullpen.
Well, we got over 49,000 here tonight, Greg. Now it's up to the Diamondbacks to give them something to cheer about. Gerardo Parra just continues to impress. He gets a big hit.
And that's the first Diamondback hit, believe it or not, since the second inning when Willie Bloomquist got his second hit of the game.
Gerardo Parra is probably thinking, man, I'm sitting over there in the bench. What's the big deal about this guy? Willie Bloomquist got a couple of hits tonight.
Parra takes off. The throw down, and he is safe. He got in.
Huge jump for Parra.
Tell you what, though, but I think a little lower throw, they might have had a chance to get him.
It was a nice throw there by John Baker. He got rid of it quickly. Watch the jump. Just ahead of the throw. Well, Gerardo Parra just making things happen. Pitch was a strike. Pitch was a strike to Bloomquist. It's 0-1.
His 11th steal. Tying rundown, scoring position. Shot to left center. That's going to tie it. Nice play by Amarista, but Parra comes in with a tying run. Willie Bloomquist delivers in the clutch. He has tied this ballgame at 4.
Third hit of the night for Willie Bloomquist. He's one of the best in baseball with runners in scoring position. How about Gerardo Parra coming off the bench, pinch hits, gets a base hit, doesn't waste any time, steals second. One pitch later, Willie Bloomquist takes a slider, bang, rips it out into left center field. and we got a tie ball game. That's what these fans, when they come and fill this place up, that's what they need to see, Greg Schulte.
Absolutely.
I can't have you moping around up here, Greg. I need to get you excited.
Well, I tell you what, Parra, we've talked about all along. He creates a lot of excitement for this ball club. Like whether it's on the bench cheering his teammates or on that field where he's done so much. And he's big there. The pinch hit, steals a bag, scores a tying run. And that's it for Jason Marquis. Tie game, Padres go to their bullpen here in the 7th. By Chevrolet. Who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or facebook.com/valleychevy. Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. Diamondbacks have tied it with a run here on the 7th, knocking Jason Marquis out of this ball game.
Well, Jason Marquis did a heck of a job keeping these Padres in the ball game, though, didn't he? He could have easily folded up his tent after the first inning when Jason Kubel hit a 3-run homer off of him, but boy.
And then Kennedy left after 7. Ian now still with a chance to win this ball game.
Still the pitcher of record.
If the Diamondbacks can get a lead and hold it.
And here, it's going to be tough, though, because they brought in the human slider machine, and his name is Luke Gregerson.
Slide man.
He has one of the best sliders, if not the best, in all of baseball. You just have to hope he hangs it.
Right-handers hit only .226 against Gregerson. Lefties hit .288. Hill tonight, a double and a run scored, extending his home hitting streak to 19 games. Bloomquist gets back on a toss over.
Bloomquist may be on the move. Will he not as successful as he'd like to be this year, or at least as successful as he was last year?
Well, let's just put it this way. Willie has stolen 5. He's been caught 8 times. That's not a good percentage.
That's way underneath his standards. But we just watched Gerardo Parra push the envelope and ended up tying up the ball game. Boy, you can't say enough about Gerardo Parra.
Nope.
Here's that beautiful slider, and that's a very typical result from a right-handed hitter against Luke Gregerson, and that is a swing and miss at that good slider. And trust me, folks, Aaron Hill, Justin Upton, Paul Goldschmidt, all these right-handed hitters, they know a slider's coming, and they still can't hit it. That's how good a slider it is.
Kevin Towers, while the general manager of the Padres, traded for Luke Gregerson, made a deal with the Cardinals, and that deal sent Khalil Green to St. Louis.
That ends up being a heck of a trade.
Gregerson's been a big part of their bullpen. So he's on here, trying to keep the Diamondbacks from adding any more runs. It's a tie game here in the 7th. Now they throw to first.
The one thing you do have when you've got a guy that throws a lot of sliders, that gives a base stealer a better opportunity to be successful, because a lot of times those sliders will be in the dirt and they're tough to throw a guy out.
Willie like that right there.
That's what I'm talking about. A lot of times.
Well, let's give you another look at that CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Kennedy at 91 tonight, Marquis at 90. As Gracie said, we got the old slider machine in there. Luke Gregerson.
2-1 now. Going to be another slider. You can book it.
Bloomquist runs, a swing and a miss, a horrible throw. And Willie's got a steal.
Yeah, John Baker kicking the dirt in himself. He got a good pitch to throw with. A swing and miss slider. And Willie did not get that great a jump. But a very poor throw, as you said, allows him to steal it.
There's 2 stolen bases in the inning, Gracie.
You can see he gets a good pitch to throw with. And Willie Bloomquist pushing the envelope.
Now you got 2 shots to get that run home with 1 out of the inning. Willie's 6th steal. The Diamondbacks now with 51 in the year with the 2 this inning.
It's got
with a 2-2 count.
If it starts in the middle of the plate, let it go. It's going to dive low and away. Just like that. Nice job by Aaron Hill.
And a nice job by Baker. As you know, Willie Bloomquist is itching to get to third with 1 out here. If he hit all, possibly can.
Well, Aaron Hill has done a good job of working, battling, anything he can to help his ball club win this game. Now he's going to get another slider here. Let's see if he can stay on it, or if it's not a strike, let's see if he can lay off of it. Easier said than done.
There she goes! In the corner! Foul ball!
Wow! Oh, Aaron Hill missed by just inches of giving his team the lead. It was a slider, all right, but that wasn't Luke Gregerson's better one. That one hung. Just about a foot foul. Golly. So, watch the guys in the bullpen. Yeah, all right, cool, yeah.
Fair ball, they're telling the umpire.
They're trying to tell Gary Cedarstrom, the third base umpire, that's a fair ball. Hey, whatever it takes.
Crowd's revved up.
Yeah, this place is real noisy. They want their possible all-star to give their team the lead.
Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. A big second out.
That was the good slider there, and Aaron Hill couldn't lay off of it. Boy, what a cruel game this is. You're 1 foot away from giving your team the lead. The very next pitch, you're a strikeout victim. Look at that beautiful slider down and away.
So that's going to leave it up to Justin Upton with the time or go-ahead run at second base and 2 men out. Justin's 0 for 3 tonight. He is grounded to third, hit into a fielder's choice, and fly to center.
There's the slider. And once again, a very typical result from a right-handed hitter, a swing and a miss. And like I said, folks, there's a scout. If I know the scouting report on Luke Gregerson, trust me, everybody down there knows it. That's how good his slider is. These guys know it's coming. And yet, they can't do anything with it. That's how good a pitch it is.
Upton 2 for 4 against Gregerson in his career. But he chases another one, and then now it's 0-2.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
I mean, those pitches at the end of the day, they're really not even close to strikes.
It would be interesting to see over the course of the season what the percentage of pitches he throws over the plate actually is.
Oh, I think he's thrown 8 pitches in this innings, or since he's come on. They've all been 9. They've all been sliders. These guys know that. That's just how good the pitch is. It's unless for some reason they're looking fastball, which wouldn't make sense.
He just teased Upton there. He thought, well, I've gone way out. Let me try even further out. Just didn't go.
All three of them. And see what you have to do now when you quote unquote waste one like that, you risk a wild pitch down in the dirt because that slider moves so much.
Diamondbacks have tied it on a Bloomquist hit in this inning, scoring the pinch hitter Parr, who had singled and stolen a bag. Willie stole second. He's there with 2 men out. And a 1-2 pitch to Upton. Got it. Handing over. He strikes out Hill. He strikes out Upton. And the Diamondbacks lead the go-ahead run in scoring position. To the 8th we go on a tie game.
For sure. Regardless of the foundation, just the fact that we're celebrating our country's freedom and so many people have fought for this freedom. And the sacrifice isn't just with the soldiers, it's with their families at home that have to deal with their loved ones away. And we just want to, take a little bit of time and give back to those people and make sure that they know their sacrifices aren't forgotten.
Our Geico quote from Diamondbacks reliever Brad Ziegler, who is always supporting military families. Here at Fox Sports Arizona, we're proud to be here in Section 200 with members of the 850th Military Police Battalion. They are in Camp Shelby right now. These are the families. And in talking to Colonel Jeff Tipton, who will join Todd Walsh during our postgame show, he said, being on an active duty base, there's a lot of support there. There's a strong community. There is that with the National Guard, but with the Arizona National Guard, they are very spread out. And so this group has really enjoyed being able to come to an event like this, enjoy a Diamondbacks game, and have that sense of community, even though they live in different parts of the valley. Guys.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you very, very much.
Jody working hard tonight.
Yes, she is. Yandro Alonso's at the plate. David Hernandez, who is on to pitch, has gotten ahead of him 0-2, and a fly ball left field side. Kubel a long run down toward the corner, foul ground, and he caught it. Nice play, Jason Kubel. That was a heck of a play, and up there with no room to spare. One down. Boy, pitcher appreciates that play, doesn't he?
That's an out you just don't expect right there. Jason Kubel had to go a long ways. And he just doesn't care. I'm going to make the catch. Unfortunately, nobody's hurt. Yeah. Once again, Jason Kubel just doing everything. That's a great play. I honestly thought that ball was going to easily be in the seats.
And guess who's leading off the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks?
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
So that's big for Hernandez, and that spinner didn't spin. It stayed up tight to Maven, who spins out of the way from it. Ball one. Hernandez has been pitching very well. He's held the opponent scoreless 6 straight games. He's trying to do that here in the 8th inning to get the Diamondbacks to the plate in the bottom of the 8th.
Maven had a big rip at a fastball. David Hernandez once again throwing very hard. Yeah, he's looking at his back. Gosh, that was right on the barrel, and I fouled it back.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Tie game here. Got a good one tonight.
Came right back with it.
Gary Rauscher, our official score, was ducking out of the way of that ball in the press box. He's hard at work doing his job.
Well, he should have been making the play instead of ducking out of the way of it.
Can he give himself an error?
He gave me plenty.
1-2 the count.
Oh boy, he almost had a big mistake there, a breaking ball. And
That's
once
two of
again,
them
like you
this
said,
event,
that just didn't do anything, and nearly hit Cameron Maben. Ooh, 3-2 now.
See Montero wanted that pitch, didn't get it.
He tried to pull it back into the strike zone. Once again, a breaking ball, and David hadn't found the release point yet with that one. He'll probably have to go with a heater here.
Blew it right by him. Right by him at 96 for a strikeout, 2 down.
And David Hernandez is reared back. No nonsense baseball right here, folks. Here it is, bell tie down the middle. What are you going to do with it? The answer is nothing. Oh, that's a great shot right there. You see the tardy swing there by Maben. 96 miles an hour worth of gas.
Really showed the whole story there, didn't it?
It was great.
The effort by the reliever, the late swing.
That's a curveball that did get somebody. So David curveball hadn't been his friend tonight.
No. Well, let's update our Nissan text poll. Rain changed your 4th of July plans? 79% say no.
Well, hopefully it quit, so these fireworks will be in all their glory instead of fizzle.
So base runner for the Padres now, and John Baker will be the batter. Montero just had a conversation with Hernandez.
John Baker, number 12, Yasmani Grandal.
Well, Grandal is going to bat instead, the rookie catcher.
And certainly, you know, Hernandez has a good breaking ball, but he hasn't had one tonight. It's just spinning, slipping out of his hand, just spinning.
Forsythe over at first base has stolen 3. Grandal has only had 19 at bats since joining the Padres, but he's hit 3 home runs.
Hit 3 long balls. Be careful with this guy. Beats him with a fastball, strike 1. Got a good fastball tonight, does Hernandez. That's every night. So far, he just hasn't found the release yet of that breaking ball.
A 2-out hit batter has given the Padres a chance here. Hernandez over his last 12 games has struck out 20. He's got a strikeout in this inning. Got a great play by Kubel on a foul ball caught down the left field line. Swing and a miss.
Mercy.
That's a hard swing right there.
Well, I'm not feeling my breaking ball tonight, but boy, did I ever unload a fastball right there and right by Grandal. Well, folks, you just don't know how difficult it is to sit on a bench over there for about 2 hours and then go up there, grab a bat, and do it against a guy throwing 96 miles an hour. It's just tough.
Parr got a big pinch hit for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 7th.
That's exactly where I was going.
Yep.
Gerardo Parra did it. And then your legs aren't loose. You go ahead and you steal second and you scamper home on a base hit. 1 strike away from getting a huge out right here is David Hernandez and getting the boys back in the dugout.
Ooh, close. Quick tag by Goldschmidt.
Dodgers have won tonight, Greg.
They're in first place. They'll be coming to town to the National League West leaders again. Giants lost earlier. That's tomorrow. This is right now in a tie game in the top of the 8th inning.
Oh, timeout as a paper airplane landed right That's a pretty good toss, whoever did it.
Right on the money.
But please don't do that anymore, folks. That pitch could have been in flight and hurt somebody being distracted.
Upton leaps. It's gone. Upton made a great effort for that ball, but couldn't get it. And Yasmani Grandal off the bench, a pinch hit 2-run homer to give the Padres a 6-4 lead.
Oh, David Hernandez tried to go high with a fastball. He ended up going right down the middle with it. The effort from Upton was unbelievable. I mean, a great effort there from Upton.
Wow! It hit his glove.
It got a piece of his glove. It looks like. Oh, that even makes it worse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it did get a piece of his glove, and he couldn't make the play.
Well, a superb effort, but the home run for Grandal, and again, the hit batter.
That's it.
Gave them the chance.
Another couple of runs with 2 outs here. My goodness, that has come back to haunt the Diamondbacks tonight. 2 more runs with 2 out. 2 of the quickest, easiest outs you'll ever see.
Grandal now has 6 hits on the year, and 4 of those hits have been home runs.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, the last inning, Ian Kennedy, 2 very quick, easy outs. Padres end up scoring a run. This inning, 2 very easy outs for David Hernandez. Padres end up scoring 2 runs. You know, those late walks and late hit by pitches, they tend to score. Nobody knowing that any more than David Hernandez right now.
3rd home run he's given up this year. It's going to get out of play. Roberts gets chased, but they'll run out of room. Now that has silenced this big crowd momentarily.
Boy, has it ever.
And again, it was a problem with the breaking ball. He just could not get to break. And he got away with 2 on Maben. Ended up striking him out as he spun out of the way. But Forsythe could not get out of the way on the first breaking pitch. It's slicing, but fouled on the left field line. And then Grandal. A great effort by Upton, but it just deflected off his glove. And it was over the boards for a 2-run homer.
Yeah, lost in this inning is that great catch by Jason Kubel down the left field line. An exciting strikeout, and then, boy, the heartbreaking ball in your glove. Almost home run saving catch there by Upton, but it goes just into the seats. And, boy, these Padres.
I'm pesky.
Yeah, boy, ask these Diamondback pitchers. They've come in and swung the bats. There one more time, Upton giving it a great effort right off the end of his glove. And you can see just how tortured he is right now.
Man, another breaking ball that did not move.
There.
Yeah, I have to abandon that, don't you? I mean,
well, it's not doing you. It hasn't done you any good tonight. You know, he's got a very good one, but just not tonight.
Just not breaking it. Here now is Gregerson, who's going to pinch hitter Mark Kotsay batting for Gregerson.
Well, the good news is for Diamondbacks, Luke Gregerson's out of the game.
Yeah. This guy's a tough hitter, though, Mark Kotsay.
That's going to be easy.
But a big 2-run homer off the bench by Yasmani Grandal has given the Padres a lead. Kubel will lead it off when we come back. 6-4 Pods. Game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And yes, Monty Grandal looked like Hernandez knew right away. Upton, a great effort, but not enough. And the Padres have the lead here, going to the bottom of the 8th inning now, 6-4.
Well, these Padres have come in and taken all the fun out of it for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Joe Thatcher going to take over, the side-winding left-hander. He's going to face Jason Kubel. They faced each other last night, and Kubel was a strikeout victim. And that guy stays in the ball game.
And catching, that's Monty Grandal.
I'd be happy to see him leave.
This old Padre ball club. There's a foul back by Kubel.
I'll help him pack.
Remember I was telling you about the month that Kubel had 27 RBIs in June? Well, he's played in 3 games, started 3 of the 4 games, pinch hit in the other here in the month of July, and all he's done right now is hit 3 homers and drive in 8 already in July, including 3 tonight. He threw a homer in the first inning. As the weather has warmed up, so has Jason Kubel.
He's a South Dakota guy, too. 2-2 now. Missed with a couple of breaking balls.
Diamondbacks need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate now. And again, that rally started with 2 outs and a hit by pitch.
Yeah, that's one where, unfortunately, David Hernandez just so quickly and so easily got through the first 2 hitters, and then hitting a guy with a breaking ball, that's going to haunt him. If this score ends up staying the same, that's going to haunt David Hernandez for a while. Good take right there. It's 3-2.
It's a tough take, too. That ball's sliding there, and you're thinking,
He's coming seemingly out of the right field foul pole is Joe Thatcher, and he's got to try to hang in there.
That Amarista, I'm going to guess, is getting over there. Nope. Oh, it falls. Wow.
See, that's the lack of communication. Remember Willie Bloomquist early in the game screaming, I got it, I got it? Well, Chase Headley must have never called for it because he was awfully tentative reaching for that ball. No, nobody's calling.
Nobody.
I couldn't tell if he was calling for it or not, but it looked like he had a play. He just kind of backed off of it. You can see him back off of it.
He got a little shy of the stands there.
Kubel stays alive. Let's see if Jason can make that hurt. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good at bat right there. He fell behind and ends up getting the walk, and again miscommunication or just pulling up short.
Boy, that really hurt. Now Thatcher's going to be removed from the game. Bud Black on his way out. He's not going to let Thatcher? Yeah. Thatcher face Paul Goldschmidt from the left side, so we'll have another break in the action. Boy, what an at-bat, and the Diamondbacks got a break there by lack of communication, as you said, Greg.
So Thatcher out, a right-hander in to face Goldschmidt. He'll be the tying run. When we come back, don't you go away. the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Heck of a player by Jason Kubel.
And Jason Kubel just happened to be on the receiving end of a play that wasn't made a lot like that. That ball from Thayer, Dale Thayer, the new right-hander, hard thrower. And he nearly plunked Paul Goldschmidt with that first fastball. He's kind of a woolly booger, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got it going there. There's a drive foul.
Boy, he hit that ball hard.
Sure did. Thayer, while Houston Street was on the disabled list, got some save opportunities, and he picked up 5.
Goldschmidt quick to the ball, just a couple feet foul. It looks like he's trying to pound Paul Goldschmidt in with fastballs. Here's a hard thrower.
So Goldschmidt's gotten ahead on the count 2-1. And walked to open the inning by Kubel. Up tight.
That ball running hard in on Paul Goldschmidt. 3-1 now. A leadoff walk led Thayer to come into this game. And now a 3-1 count on Paul Goldschmidt. He can look for one pitch in one spot. And if he gets it, there's a good chance he can hit his 12th home run of the year.
Center field hit well, but Maven's got a beat on it. Has it.
Almost like Goldschmidt took almost a defensive type swing. That wasn't a real good 3-1 type swing. It was almost like I'm going to swing, and then he decided he didn't want to. Take a look at this.
Yeah, he's talking to himself. Look a little bit going down the line. Well, Thayer will stay in and face Montero here. Padres have 2 lefties in their pen. They've used Thatcher. They also have Hinshaw. But it's right-hander against Miggy. Montero's got a hit and a walk tonight, and he's flied to center. He is the tying run here. He went after it, didn't get it.
Yeah, Montero's got a gear down now. Montero's one of those guys that a lot of times the harder the opposing pitcher throws, the harder Miguel swings. If you just put a good quick swing on it, you let the pitcher supply all the power. Another huge swing.
He's got himself in the hole now, 1-2.
And that's the story with Miguel. When he takes those big swings, that's when he misses. But when he just keeps it nice and crisp and quick, that's when the good things happen.
There stands way over to the third base side of the rubber, pitching rubber. Count's gone to 1-2. Diamondbacks have double barrel action. Couple of righties. Puts Shaw. Padre bullpen is not up.
It's going to be Mr. Thayer. There's another huge swing. And not surprisingly, the same result.
Conference of the mound between the pitching coach, Darren Balsley, and
I would imagine
the number 48, by the way, the Padres are wearing on their uniform, is in honor of Darryl Ackerfeld, who passed away from pancreatic cancer this year. He's been their bullpen coach for quite some time. Staged a very courageous battle, but succumbed to cancer a short time ago. So the Padres remembering him with the number 48 on their jersey. Here's Chris Young now. Spins around and gets out of the way. Ball 1. Diamondbacks need a 2-out hit. Padres got it. Top of this inning.
Padres have been getting a bunch of them tonight.
That's easy into center field for Maben. And this inning is over. Diamondbacks get a leadoff walk by Kubel. Can't do anything with it. And we'll go to the ninth. 6-4 San Diego. By Ram trucks, and Padres not really a home run hitting team, but Maben went really deep. Game one, Alonso got him on the board last night and a 9-4 victory, and this one was a crusher today in the 8th inning. Off the glove of Upton on the leap, a pinch hit home run by Grandal, and San Diego on top 6-4. This series, Padres have really put it to the Diamondbacks. They've been hot. 21 runs, 29 hits, 6 long balls. First 73 games, they only hit 36 home runs. Last 10, they've hit 15. They're going to petition Major League Baseball to stay out of Petco Park.
Can they?
The traveling Padres.
Can we play at a local high school or something?
Man. Bryant Shaw's on to pitch for the Diamondbacks here in the 9th inning. This is an important inning now. The Diamondbacks can ill afford to fall any further behind than the 2 that they are behind. Shaw missed a little bit outside, so Hernandez goes an inning, allows 1 hit with 2 runs. They get batter, and that was followed up by the 2-run homer by the pinch hitter Grandal. Denorfia fouls it back. Well, this guy, Denorfia, has loved hitting in this ballpark. 3 for 4 tonight here at Chase Field in his career. 14 for 35. He's hot. Scored 2 runs in the game tonight. That's going to fall.
Not surprising.
Fourth hit. He'll get a couple, I think. Well, Upton didn't find a hammer, and Clark is in stand with 2 base hit.
Not surprising at all. Denorfia, even when he doesn't hit it very hard, he finds a way to get a base hit against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Justin couldn't get the handle on it.
Hot potato. He didn't either.
Well, and these Padres just looking to add on. They've done a heck of a job. They've been very impressive in this series.
Yeah, they have. This does not look like the club the Diamondbacks had played 6 games in San Diego earlier this year.
I mean, honestly, this is a bad baseball team. They haven't played bad baseball in these 3 games.
Bunt back to the mound. Shaw going to third. He throws it away. Moreno goes down to second. He'll be in there.
Well, that's another error. Another error on a pitcher.
4 of them of recent games. Shaw just grabbed that ball, whirled around. Roberts wasn't even at the bag.
There wasn't a play. There wasn't a play. This is just, throwing blindly to a spot. And once again, a Diamondback pitcher, I would imagine Kirk Gibson and Charles Nagy sometime probably tomorrow, there's a good chance, probably about a 30-minute pitcher's fielding practice. They call it PFP, because Diamondback pitchers have really hurt themselves with errors in this series.
Bauer made one last night. Cahill made one. And Jody Jackson brought that to our attention in the open. It's 11 errors now in the last 8 games by the Diamondbacks total. And Headley now with an 0-2 count. Well, that's a backbreaker right there. We talked about the importance, Gracie, of keeping this a 2-run ball game, and 2 batters in, they've already added a run to make it a 3-run lead.
And what they've done a very good job of pressuring the Arizona Diamondbacks with base stealing, bunting. Homers don't hurt either.
No. They've hit their share in this series. Never swept. Yep, we talked about that earlier.
You're seeing history here, Diamondback fans.
These 2 teams have been playing since 1998, and the Padres have never swept the Diamondbacks in a 3-game series here. There's a line drive, and nice play by Hill on a tough play. He makes the out at first. The runner to third. That is not an easy play, but he made it look rather routine.
Not at all, but there's the Padres playing good fundamental baseball, making productive outs. Nice play by Hill, as you said. But now Brian Shaw, he's going to have to do some fancy pitching here just to keep it a 3-run ball game because of good fundamentals by the San Diego Padres.
That forces the infield to come in here. Alonso's got an RBI single tonight.
He's going to have to be a new bat.
Now the way the Padres, if you're interested, go home to play 4 against Cincinnati after they leave here tonight. Now the Diamondbacks await the arrival of the Dodgers tomorrow night. Well, this is one of those times where a pitcher needs a strikeout. Good speed down to third, and Amarista. Run into the inning, 7-4. Up over the top of that swing. 1-2 now. So here's Shaw going for that strikeout against Alonso. Infield bunched in tight. Base hit, runs in. That's going to be a gamble. All the way to the wall. It's 8-4. And Alonso's into center with a double.
Well, folks, the Diamondbacks are going to host the Los Angeles Dodgers this weekend at Chase Field. You can get a ticket to the game for just $19. Ask for the Pepsi Max Value Pack, and you'll get a lower-level bleacher ticket, a regular-size hot dog, a 24-ounce Pepsi, and a free bottle of Pepsi Max, all for just $19. Call now, 602-514-8400, or log on to dbacks.com/value.
8-4 ball game now. The Padres have scored 2 in the 8th, 2 here in the 9th. And Alonso's in scoring position for Cameron Maybin. So Shaw's come in. Giving up 2 doubles. There's a ground ball. Nice play by Bloomquist to throw. And out at first on a nice scoop by Goldschmidt to retire the speedy Maybin. Another nice play at short by Bloomquist.
He just continues to play hard. He continues to play well offensively and defensively. Cameron Maybin can fly. He has to spin, throw, and another good scoop on the other end by Paul Goldschmidt. Nice
bang,
play.
bang.
Really nice play. He was out.
Yep. 2 down now for Forsythe. Outside from Shaw. Shaw contributed to the Padres scoring of this inning with a throwing error. strike. Well, you think back too. We started on that last road trip, Gracie, and Diamondbacks had only made a couple errors in 26 games. And their defensive problems began on the road trip. They've continued at home here. It's a foul back.
Yeah, they've, for some reason, fallen onto bad habits. The pitchers have made some throwing errors and fielding errors. And it's not them alone. There have been errors on plenty of position players too. But well, they were so good for so long, and that got them right back into the thick of things in the Western Division. And unfortunately, along with their gloves, they've taken a few steps back in the Western Division because of that.
I want ball, 2 strikes on the hitter, Logan Forsythe. It was Forsythe with 2 out in the 8th inning. It was hit by a pitch by David Hernandez and set up the pinch hit at bat by Grandal, who hit the 2-run homer to snap a 4-4 deadlock. The count's gone full, 3-2. Kennedy, Hernandez, and Shaw here tonight for the Diamondbacks. Too short. Low, but dug out. Nice play again by Goldschmidt. And the Padres add to their lead. They get 2 in the 9th. Diamondbacks need a grand slam to tie. They're down 4. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Diamondbacks with you this season. Simply subscribe to MLB.tv today. See every Diamondbacks out of market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Well, it's not Houston Street, the closer, because this right now not a safe situation. With the Padres up 8-4 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Nick Vincent is on to pitch for San Diego. He pitched in the game last night. Diamondbacks roughed him up a little bit. 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits and a run. He walked a couple.
He gave up the grand slam to Jason Kubel.
So here we go. Diamondbacks need base runners. They need a bunch of them. They need to load them up.
Got to start somewhere. They're hoping it's Ryan Roberts that can get something going. You got to hope for a bunch.
Rally cap and glove. Roberts has a hit tonight, 1 for 3. Stephen Drew has moved out on deck. He'll bat next for Shaw. One and one the count. All the way the first inning played out, you thought going to be a lot of offense for the Diamondbacks tonight.
You just knew the Diamondbacks were going to.
No way they're going to get him around it. Nope, pulled him off the bag. And a shot. Pretty strong arm by Cabrera. That's a start, Grayson.
That is the start. And it looked like Cabrera might have had a play, but he double pumps. He double pumps, and I think that's what enabled a Speedy Roberts to get down the line. Going hard all the way. Watch the double clutch here out, and I think that little bobble right there is all it took. And now Stephen Drew trying to keep the line moving. They need a few more base runners. They need something special.
Drew, since being activated off the disabled list, has had 21 at bats. He's had 3 hits. Top of the order next. So
those runs
the
Padres got there in the 9th inning were just looming large.
Well, the other difference is we would have seen Houston Street in this situation.
No, that's true.
That's
true.
But you are right. I mean, we talked about the importance of keeping it a 2-run ball game.
When it's a 2-run game, all you need is one base runner to bring the tying run to the plate.
He is up now, Houston Street. And Bud Black won't wait long to go get him. Drew a foul out of play.
That's a couple of good pitches to hit that Stephen Drew hadn't done. Oh, nice play there. Nice play. That's why you bring your glove to the ballpark.
1-2 on Drew. And Dodgers here tomorrow night. 4 big games this weekend.
And they just got bigger.
Yeah, really big now. Drew just flicked his bat at it and stayed alive. Sometimes that's what you have to do as a hitter, just waste a pitch to chance to see another one.
Good pitchers' pitches. You don't make your money on those. You make your money on the mistakes in the middle of the plate.
A lot of rally caps on here.
And with 2 strikes, if you can spoil the good ones, you just may get a mistake here.
There's a start. Here we go. Roberts turning second. And the third as Denarpia comes up with the ball. Roberts being waved home. He'll score. It's 8-5. RBI, first of the year for Drew. First extra base hit. Nice swing.
By spoiling that pitch, Greg, you said it. You give yourself an opportunity to get a mistake, and he got a mistake. A slider that stayed right on the inside part of the plate for Stephen Drew to rip down the right field line. As you said, Buddy Black going to make that move.
So we'll take a break. Street will be on. Drew an RBI, a little closer. 3-run ball game. Stephen Drew's knocked in Ryan Roberts with an RBI double, his first run batted in this year. He's at second base. And on to pitch for Bud Black's Padres, Houston Street, their closer. Perfect 12 for 12. And a nifty ERA. 28 strikeouts, 21 innings, is not allowed a home run. Lefty's hitting pretty well, right-handers not so well. Willie Bloomquist has had a night. 3 hits, run scored, RBI.
Well, a nice job by the bottom of the order, Ryan Roberts and Stephen Drew. That turns it right over the top of the order. Still a lot of work to do. Still down 3 runs, but you've made it a little more interesting for all these folks who came out to watch this ball game. Filled up the stadium. Ryan Roberts, he's already scored this inning. Willie Bloomquist, he's got 3 base hits tonight. Houston Street, a tough cookie, though.
Yes, he is. Allowed only 8 hits all year. Into right center field. Maven back. He's going to get to it. The runner at second, Drew, will tag and move to third. Padres really don't care about that. They got a much-needed first out of the inning.
Yeah, you'll give up 90 feet for an out all day now if you're Houston Street and the San Diego Padres. First pitch swinging was Bloomquist. He just got underneath it enough for the speedy Maven to run it down. Now Aaron Hill needs to find his way on base to bring the tying run to the plate in the shoes of Justin Upton.
Street, by the way, will represent the Padres in the All-Star game. And he throws a strike. Boy, in this day and age, he is unique. He goes out of the full windup as a reliever.
You don't see many relievers that do that anymore. Aaron Hill, go ahead and earn you a few more votes right here by driving in a run with a base hit.
1 o'clock tomorrow, the deadline. So
did you vote for him?
Vote, vote, vote.
Did you vote for him?
Vote,
I did.
Vote, yep. And time is called by Grandal. He and Street going to have a little conversation. Or else Street had a one-way conversation. Looked like he emphatically told the catcher what he wanted to do. There's Upton on deck. Can the Diamondbacks stage a huge rally here and really excite this crowd? Got one in. Need another runner to get the tying run up. Running to short, that'll score run, but it's going to be the second out of the inning. So Hill will get a run batted in. Drew scores, but now it's going to be Upton to get on base to get it to Kubel next if the Diamondbacks are to have a chance.
Once again, they gladly give up 90 feet and a run for that all-important second out.
That's why that ninth inning hurts so much.
Yeah. Justin Upton's had a tough night. He's 0 for 4. Looking to give the red-hot Jason Kubel an opportunity.
Strike one. Diamondbacks have 6 on the board. So it is taco time. What do you get for 8 runs? You get a tie game.
I was going to say, you get extra innings if you get 8. 0-2.
Padres 1 pitch perhaps from sweeping the Diamondbacks for the first time ever in a 3-game series here at Chase Field. He has to be awfully proud of his ball club, what they've done on this road trip. And trying to sweep the D-backs.
Oh boy, he hung a slider bigger than life there. Justin couldn't do any damage. I mean, watch this thing just do nothing. Belt high. Oh, baby.
So Upton trying to get on here to get the next hitter Kubel to the plate as a tying run. 2 outs in the 9th. It misses down low and outside. 1-2. Upton in the series against the Padres with his 0 for 4 tonight. 1 for 13. Here we go on 1-2. That's going to end it. And the Padres have swept the Diamondbacks in this 3-game series, winning tonight's ball game by a score of 8-6. So a disappointing start to the homestand. More coming up. D-backs post-game action coming your way next with Todd Walsh and company. From Art Grace, Jody Jackson, I'm Greg Schulte. Stay with us. More to come. Padres won it 8-6 here on the 4th of July.